Hey, I'm back, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and I want to tell you it's one day at a time here. I had a great conversation with my son. He's doing fine, and therefore I'm doing fine. There is a saying that goes, you're only as happy as your most unhappy child. And we have a philosophy around here, family first. And therefore I had to take care of a very important call with my son. We speak basically on a daily basis. He and his wife come over. And we're going to get back to this second game of a doubleheader, and I'm going to bring a new vitality to it, if you don't mind. I'm going to enjoy it. Actually, we're heading to the 8th. This is a little late for me, but I'm looking forward to this. And just to update you all, this is September 8, 1969. Seattle won the first one 8-0. Steve Barber, complete game, 2-hit shutout with 14 strikeouts. Nothing left to say. And here in the second game, the White Sox are holding on to a 5-3 lead. It was 4-3. Actually, Seattle scored the first run. Kathy Harden has arrived. Woo! Everybody, Kathy Harden has arrived. We're going to finish this game up. I got to tell you, I don't know if you heard me talk about the phone call with my son. I don't know, did you come in late for that? I had to go off. You know that the policy here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network is family first. And, well, I'm telling you, and I had to have a call, and it was an extensive call. We went over various things, including just how he's doing at his new job, how his wife's doing. Oh my God. And I take things one day at a time with medium and long-term goals as I try to help my son as much as I can before I'm gone. It is a 5-3 ball game, and I am enjoying this cannabis so very much. I want to tell you that. I hope you don't mind. When we get back, it'll be the White Sox, and it'll be Gelnar again. In his second endurance inning, and he has endurance. I think he's pitched fairly well. He's allowed 1 run in 3 innings. Peters is still going for the White Sox. We'll see if Gelnar can hold the Sox again. He did allow a run. But we're going to keep him in this game. There is action in the White Sox bullpen, and among the people warming are Wilbur Wood. Do you by chance have a question you'd like to share with us, Kathy, before we go on? Oh, that is very tasty weed. Very frickin' tasty weed. Checking if unless Kathy's gotten disconnected already again. Kathy Harden. God. Okay, Kathy, I'll go ahead with the ball game since I'm not hearing from you. And here's John Gilnor. In his fourth relief inning. Leading it off is Gail Hopkins. She probably got disconnected again. Okay, here's Gilnor facing Hopkins. That's 1-7 right-handed, flies to center for Hovley, 1 out. Now Bob Christian, 2 for 3 today. The pitch to Christian. That's 4-4 right-handed, flies to center X. Hovley 3-4. 3-4, oh, 1-3. That's going to be trouble. It's a D3. 6, 7, 8. And it is a double by Bob Christian, and he's 3 for 4. And Rhodes Scholar has arrived. He's for the Pilots. I think Kathy got... Okay, here's Herman now. Herman 0 for 3. It's 1 out. Hopkins doubled. Christian doubled. He's 3 for 4 today. Here's Gilnor. That's 210 right-handed, and he lines it to second, caught by Donaldson. 2 away. So Gilnor will try to get out of this. His 4th inning of relief with endurance. It's a clutch situation here for Knopp. And the pitch to Knopp. That's going to be 1-8 right-handed, and it's a fly to center. This should end the inning. Hovley hovering over it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Pilots have 2 innings left. I'll tell you, Gilnor's pitched well, 1 inning and 1 run in 4 innings. Here's Peters, who has retired 10 in a row after allowing 3 runs through 4. The powerful Danny Walton comes up, and then it's the powerful Greg Goosen. A couple of youngsters who pack a punch here. Walton 0 for 3 today. Peters now in his 4th endurance inning. Oh, I'm sorry. No, his second. Pitch to Walton. And that's going to be 5-9 right-handed. Hit well by Danny Boy. And that's going to fall in the gap for a double. A leadoff double by Danny Boy Walton. He had the end power. It was 5-9, but it was 1-7 over the fence. No diamonds. And that's going to bring up big Greg Goosen. Goosen, the tying run at the plate, and he has power. Not as much against left-handers. Well, maybe he does. Here's Peters now. 1 column, you might be dead. From the stretch, Peters. Oh, that's 2-3 left-handed. Grounded back to Peters. And he throws it over to Hopkins, 1 down. It's the bottom of the 8th. Here's Jim Pagliarone, the tying run at the plate. Pagliarone has power against left-handed hitting. He's 1 for 3. Peters gets the sign from Herman, and the pitch to Pagliarone. Whoa, that's going to be 3-6 left-handed. Grounds it to short for Aparicio. Throwing it over, 2 down. What a shame. A leadoff double and John Donaldson clutch situation. Let's get just 1 here, John. Let's just get 1 in here. Peters and the pitch. That's 4-11 left-handed. He walked him. And 1 more hitter walk, and Gary Peters is fatigued. Wilbur Wood is warming. He pitched in this game in not this game, he pitched in the first game of the doubleheader in real world and was not used. So now the tying run is on first, Walton on second with 2 down, and Ron Clark is due up. Jesus. What the hell is that? What the hell is a Ron Clark? And there's going to be a hitter for Ron Clark. It's going to be Steve Whitaker. He started in the first game. And he's being called up here to hit for Clark. There will be a new shortstop. Whitaker has power, by the way. Looking to see who's going to replace Clark. Well, it's going to be Ray Euler, of course, who started the first game. He's well enough to come here in the frickin' 8th inning. So it'll be Euler at short, and everybody else will stay the same. Here comes Steve Whitaker now. You may think I'm bizarre for using him, but I'm shooting for the 3 column. Maybe I shouldn't use Whitaker. Wait a minute. I don't want to make this a farce, Rhodes Scholar. I'm not sure there's a right-handed. Well, McNerney. Yeah. It doesn't look much better. My Lord. We'll bring in McNerney just for the naysayers. I'm sorry to do it. A right-handed hitter. This card doesn't look awfully better, but against left-handed pitching, but so McNerney steps in here. With 2 outs, McNerney has some power, and he's an end power against left-handers. Peters now. Seattle down by 2. 2 outs here, bottom of the 8th, 2 on, and the pitch from Peters. That's going to be 6-7 right-handed. Oh, it's a grounder to second. Darn. He gets out of that. Fielded by Knopp, 216. 216, 11-2. G1, E16. 3-6-7. And it looks like that's going to be the side it is. Thrown out by Knopp. McNerney is. And the side is retired. They get nothing. Seattle gets nothing. And Peters gets out of it with endurance intact. My goodness. It's a 5-3 ball game. We're ahead to the top of the 9th. Look at Gelnar coming out, though. You hand it to Gelnar. His first inning against the White Sox was the 6th. Here we go. Kathy Harden can knock them in anytime she wants. It's actually a good book. The idea of it was very good. I'm typing it right now. I thought it was a creative idea. I think it's right. Kathy Harden came back and popped that in. The bestseller in the 70s was about a bird with dreams that inspired readers to dream beyond their limitations. Now I don't even know if Kathy is here and can see this. There it is. Thank you, Kathy Harden. There it is. Jonathan Livingston. That's right. I didn't put in, I omitted his. Rhodes Scholar gets it. Let's give Rhodes Scholar some points. Kathy Horton, let's give Rhodes Scholar some points here. Give it up for Rhodes Scholar. Yeah, what a reception, RS. The crowd loves you. Well, Gelnar has been a little story in himself. He's pitched 4 innings in relief, allowed only 1 run. It's very good. And he's going to start this inning again. He's been in, this is his 3rd endurance inning, and he remains with endurance. Indeed, here's Gelnar, and he's going to face Peters. Peters is 6 NL. We had the wrong card on earlier for 2 at-bats, and we did not quibble. Okay, Gelnar is ready. The pitch to Peters, and that's 4-8. Left-handed, and that's a double down the frickin' line. Left field. Walton throws it in. Locker is not available today. Is it all going to fall apart, John Gelnar, and take the last hope that the Pilots have to win this ball game? Here's Angel Bravo, 2 for 4 today off Seattle pitching. Okay, Gelnar now, and the pitch to Bravo. And that's going to be 4-6 left-handed, and that is a grounder to first, stopped by Goosen, holding Peters. You know, Peters a good hitter, so he got that double, but it's his 2nd hit of the game. He scored twice, also walked. So he really has helped with his plate appearances and the pitching. A good performance, no doubt about it, by Gary Peters, the late Gary Peters. Here's Gelnar now, facing Aparicio. Peters on second, 1 down, and the pitch. That's 1-8 right-handed, and that's hit well by Louie. Into the gap, it's a double. And now it is a 6-3 ball game, and out comes the manager, Schultz, and that's it for Gelnar. They probably kept him in too long. Actually, he didn't have fatigue. 1-8 right-handed, and that's a way you can game this. The Strat-O-Matic system is to keep a pitcher in, even if he's getting bombed. Because he hasn't reached endurance, he's a great pitcher. Okay? But if you do follow super advanced, 5 runs in an inning puts him in fatigue. So that's it for Gelnar. I did not know that, Kurt Miller. I did not know that. Gelnar pitched 4 1/3 in relief. Quite a long job there. He has allowed 2 runs now, and he's responsible for Aparicio on second, 1 out. Let's see who's coming in now. It is now a 6-3 ball game. The real tough luck there. Oh yes, John O'Donohue. Did I bring O'Donohue in the last game? No, I did not. Of course not. Barber threw the shutout. It is O'Donohue. Oh, here it is. I had it written down. But he comes out a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm going to hit for O'Donohue. but it's the bottom of the ninth. Okay. So we will let O'Donohue come in here. Taking his warm-ups. And here's Walt Williams now. O'Donohue with Aparicio on second. 1 in, 6-3 White Sox now. And the pitch, that is 3-5 left-handed, and it's a base hit. Aparicio comes home, and that will be charged to Gelnar. So Gelnar allows 3 runs in the end of it. 3-5 left-handed. Can't always go your way. It was a base hit. So Kurt Miller notes that Neil Diamond sang the motion picture soundtrack of Jonathan Livingston Seagull. I thought it was a good concept, the whole thing. So I had to take care of some business with my son, if you were wondering about the prior, and then family first here. And now we're back. Here's Bill Melton now. After the run-scoring single by Walt Williams, he's 2 for 4 with a walk, scored a run. Okay, O'Donohue, trying to get out of this. Give him some chance. That's going to be 4-2 right-handed, fly ball right. And Comer makes the catch, 2 down. And here's Gale Hopkins. Oh, O'Donohue, and the pitch to Hopkins. That's going to be 2-3 left-handed, grounds it to first for Goosen. And he takes it to the bag, and the side is out. Two more runs, and it's 7-3. Isn't that something? It was a 5-3 by 2 runs, and then they get 2 more, and it's 7-3. That's 4 runs, sure. And out comes Gary Peters. What a game, actually. He did allow the 3 runs, and then he was unhittable in the middle innings. And at a point, and got into a little trouble in the 8th and got out of it. And there's going to be a hitter here for O'Donohue. O'Donohue pitched 2/3. There's going to be a hitter for O'Donohue against the left-hander Peters. The problem is they really don't have right-handers. We've used Rollins. Well, we're going to try to get something going here. We're going to bring in John Kennedy. He hasn't been used much of late. I think he'll be used at the end in September. Kennedy is pinch hitting. against Peters. The score is 7-3 Chicago. And here's Gary Peters now, trying to get the complete game win. And the pitch to Kennedy. That's 3-12 left-handed, grounds it to third. Melton has it and throws it on over to Hopkins. And Peters is 2 outs away from this frickin' ball game. And the batter is Tommy Harper. Peters. And the pitch to Harper. Whoa, it didn't go through. That shit did not go through. It's a complete re-roll. Don't even look at it. House rules. And we can do a replay on it if you want. I have no life. Do you want to see a replay of that white die not making it in? If I don't get anybody, that's going to be re-rolled. He calls for a re-roll. It is a re-roll. Okay. Here's the pitch to 1 out here. The pitch to Harper. That's 6-5. Right-handed. He grounds it to short X. On the 6-5, right-handed, grounded to short X. And that's Aparicio, 222. Here we go now. 9-2, it's a G2. And Aparicio at 22, 478. And he throws him out, and we are 1 out away. What a game for Gary Peters. What a frickin' game for Gary Peters. Lord, what a game. What a frickin' game. 1 out away. And Peters facing the left-hander Hovley. Look at that. Okay. They put him in the game. We'll let him hit. He's got something going on here in the 1 column. Here's the pitch to Hovley now. That's going to be 6-9. Left-handed, and that's going to be a drive hit out into the gap. A 2-out double by Hovley, but they're down by 3 frickin' runs. They're down by 3 frickin' runs here in the 9th. The game is not over. It's 2 down. Big double. Look at it again. 6-9 left-handed. 1-1 to 4 double. No diamonds. No nothing. And that will be a double. And here's Comer. The only chance they got here is back-to-back home runs. Peters looking to end this now. 1 more hit or walk. He has reached fatigue, by the way, and Wilbur is ready as the White Sox are trying to avoid a sweep. Here's Peters now, and the pitch to Comer. And that is 2-8, left-handed, and he struck him out for his 8th of the game. It was a 2-8, left-handed. There it is. Side retired, game over, final score. The Chicago White Sox 7, the Seattle Pilots 3. Glitch. There it is. Okay, it's glitchy today. I'll have my wrap up in just a couple minutes. We welcome Steve Aquilong. Incredible Strat-O-Matic enthusiast. I'm gonna, by the way, when I get done with this broadcast, I'm gonna go lie down in bed. I'm gonna have some cookies first of all. And I'm gonna lie down. I'm gonna lie down in bed. And I am going to put on YouTube and look for some sort of wild thing to watch tonight or just have playing in the background. By the way, this was the last game. Here's my wrap-up. I want to make it short and sweet. It was Chicago at Seattle. They split. Well, that's cool. Steve Aquilong says, I love Strat-O-Matic. It has made retirement fun for me. Me too, I guess. Yeah. This was a doubleheader. It's a 2-game series. This is the only meeting. September 8, 1969, actually including the last game of the date. And we'll move on to September 9 tomorrow. I'll have the standings and leaders updated sometime tomorrow. And in the first game, Bart Johnson made his major league debut within our replay for the White Sox, and he got pretty much hit hard. Eventually, it was 6 runs in 5 innings, and that was basically it. Nyman allowed 2 unearned runs. It was 8-0. The big story, Barber with the complete game, 2-hit shutout, 14 strikeouts, maybe the game of his career. In the second game then, and here the Pilots, by the way, moved up to 5th place. They've been in last for almost the whole year. I mean, they have been for the whole year, but in April or so, they might have been in 5th ahead, you know. But they have moved ahead of the Kansas City Royals, and in real world, Royals were ahead of Seattle. And so they were playing very good baseball. Chicago really in trouble. They're even 5.5 ahead. They were 5.5 there. Seattle is catching up on them. But in the second game, it was Gary Peters who went all the way. He did allow 3 runs, 1 in the first, 2 in the fourth. He got hit, but then he was unhittable, retired 10 in a row. Got into a little bit of trouble there in the 8th and even in the 9th, but got out of it. And the win goes to Peters, a very good performance, a good kind of win to have a pitcher who allows 3 runs. So that takes care of that. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. I hope you do stay strong. I hope you do stay well. And I will catch you all next time. I'll catch you all later, okay? Thank you very much for hanging.